Good morning. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Main Street Fire Rescue. It's Matt and I'm back again. It's been a little bit of a hiatus here, but at a new location today. We are going to check out Epic Universe. So I decided to come out here and check out Epic Universe. This is my first time coming out here, like to actually walk. Driven by here a few times, but never actually come out here and walk. So kind of curious to see this. This is pretty impressive, I must say. For those who don't know, Epic Universe is going to be a brand new theme park opening next year, supposedly around this timeline. It's going to have 3 brand new hotels, just an insane amount, 5 lands, a center hub, which is going to be constellation themed. I mean, this place is legit. A lot of people are saying this is going to be one of the best theme parks in the world. And just from everything I've seen in construction updates, it looks like it's going to follow that to a T, like on the level of Tokyo Disney Sea, if you will. So basically, I'm going to turn the camera around, show you what I'm looking at, and then we'll go from there. So right here, these are the 2 new hotels that are going to be on this property. This first one, I believe, is Terra Luna, and the one over there is Stella Nova. And then there's also a resort inside the park, a hotel inside the park, that I think it's either going to be Grand Helios or Helios Grand. You can actually see the hotel inside the park. It's straight through here where the crane is. You can see, I'm gonna try to hold this still here because I got to use a lot of zoom. Right where that dome is the top of the hotel, and that hotel empties you straight into the theme park. So this split, and supposedly that dome up there, that's going to be a bar and whatnot. What's crazy is not long ago these apartments sat up against a field. Now they're going to sit up against one of the best theme parks in the world. This, I just happened to see a couple of workers down here. Looks like they're finishing up, put some tile on here. This is all reflective tiling. You can see how it reflects in the sun, all the different colors in that. And I would imagine once this is completely done, as it moves through the day, different colors in that'll show up. These things are very impressive, these hotels. And that one over there is just now getting its tiling. So what I'm going to try to do here is drive around and see what we can see. Because yeah, I'm telling you people, this is unbelievable to see this. It's one thing to watch a ride, an attraction, a roller coaster get built. It's another thing to watch an entire theme park get built. I mean, it's a sight to see. And actually straight over this way, I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in enough. If you can see straight ahead, the green top. Sorry, I'm shaking. I had a lot of caffeine this morning. Trying not to shake. The brown and the green, that's the top of Mountain Beanpole, I believe, for Super Nintendo Land. So that's the back part of Super Nintendo World. Like I said, they're going to bring us what is it? Universal Classic Monsters Land, a 3rd Wizarding World of Harry Potter land. They're getting us a How to Train Your Dragon land, a Super Nintendo land, and then a Universal Classic Monsters, which is gonna be incredible. And what's crazy too is they're leaving expansion points already for the park. So very, very, very cool stuff. Plus the center of the park is going to be called what they think is Celestial Park, which is going to be all constellation theming. So I cannot wait to see this. So what we're going to do is I'm on Universal Boulevard right now. We're going to drive around and see what we can see. Obviously, you don't want to get in any trouble or anything. Stay on marked paths, don't want to go in any construction sites. But I think we might be able to see a few things. Actually, right through there, I don't have, my zoom won't capture it, but you can see the hills and the loops to Starfall Racers, which is the dueling roller coaster that they're going to have. Man, incredible. What's amazing too is there's going to be this whole new Kirkman extension. Basically, it's going to be a road that's going to connect from Universal Studios to Epic Universe. It's going to be strictly for the theme park traffic only, which is going to be awesome. And it's going to have an elevated roundabout, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to get back in the car and see what we can see here. Here's a cool shot right through here. That right there is the in-park hotel. Getting ready to receive its dome structure. Man. Alright, we're going to kind of let the camera roll here as I drive. We'll see what we capture. Looks like that's going to be the main entryway between the two hotels that way. That one's starting to get its tile work. It's just, I wonder if we can turn it. It is wild, all of the roadway space that's available out here. Like when they built this, you could tell that this was in the future plans at some point. And this is another look at the reflective tiles on these hotels. That looks badass. So I'm going to go over to Destination Parkway. I'm going to just see if we can't get another look. If not, then what I'll do is I'll wait till I get home and I'll show some photos from the internet. But I really, really would love to capture my own. As we're waiting for the light to change, I found it. Epic Boulevard. How cool is that? That recently was named for the new theme park. That's badass. And right here, this is it. This is Epic Boulevard right here. Not sure how far we can get on it, but we might give it a shot. I don't want to get trespassed. Man, looks tempting though. There was tons of the authorized personnel only signs, so let's not tempt fate. But you can kind of see past there the hills for the roller coaster. Man, this is freaking cool. I'm gonna see if I can pull over here a second. Wow, look at this. There it is. That is Starfall Racers right there. That's the new dueling roller coaster. And then that peak right there that looks like a tall mountain peak, I believe that's the top for a restaurant called Mead Hall, which is going to be in the How to Train Your Dragon Land. And then straight, where was it? Where did I see it? Let's see, I gotta go this way a little bit. Zoom out, there it is. There's the hotel right there. That is the Elios Grand or Grand Elios Hotel. And when I saw the construction update the other day, they were just putting the dome on it, or getting ready to put the dome on it. So it looks like, it's amazing how fast they're moving on this project. You know, that's one thing that just, it shows you when you have the right companies and the right construction companies and the right contractors and everything fits into place. How fast this can get done, because honestly, when I started working at Universal as a medic, they started stationing paramedics over here when they just started construction. I mean, this 3 years ago was a dirt lot, literally. It was nothing but dirt out here. And there was some boundaries laid out a little bit, but there was nothing here. And in less than 3 years' time, you have all of this. That is absolutely incredible. Here's another view I was able to grab here. That's awesome. Yeah, this is about as far as I'm going to be able to get for now, until I can figure out where. I know there's a lot of other YouTubers that are out here doing this. I'm not sure where they're going though. Like I said, I want to do some research and make sure I'm in a spot that one isn't going to, you know, jeopardize me coming out here and taking a look, you know, because obviously you don't want to be in a place you don't belong. So for now, I'll keep my distance, but this is really freaking cool, man, to see this. I cannot wait for this to open up. So kind of a quick update, but hey, that's Epic Universe. Let me know in the comments below, are you all excited for this? Are you excited to see it? What I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize some photos and some videos that I found on the internet. The credit for that goes to BioReconstruct, because that guy is out there doing all kinds of cool work when it comes to this Epic Universe and all other projects. He's done some fascinating work with the photos of this place. So we'll use some of that on top of what I was able to get, and then we'll put something cool together. So I'm off now. We're going to try to do some Festival of the Arts. So I will get that ready to go, and I will see you all again very shortly. Have a good afternoon. Have a good weekend, everybody. Go Lions. As I said earlier, I'm going to throw in some video of Epic Universe. So this is Epic Universe right here. This is the entry plaza, the entry buildings, entryway, whatever you want to call it. I mean, every time you take a look at the construction updates, something new is taking place. This is all going to be water feature down through here. There's Starfall Racers, which you can see in the background. The hotel's up that way. This is that Constellation carousel thing they're talking about, which is like a carousel. It's going to be built out over water. Just incredible detail. I mean, we're not sure how this thing's going to work yet. There's a bunch of patents that are being filed. But from what it sounds like, it's going to be pretty badass. And then this is the Constellation... or I'm sorry, Starfall Racers roller coaster, which I would imagine we're going to see testing on this probably pretty soon once they get all this stuff done, because they have to cover the track up like you see right here. Once all this stuff is done, I bet they'll start testing this thing pretty shortly. This is probably the most impressive thing I've seen so far. This has been just painted in the last week or so. This is the big fountain in the kind of up by the hotel. This is all going to be bleacher seating right here. Splash pad over here. But you can just see like where these little generators are, like the true magnitude of size of that place. You know, how big that fountain is. It's just incredible. Every time they do one of these updates, there's always new stuff going in. They think that these are going to be guest service kiosks that are located throughout the park. They've already got landscaping going in. These are the portals to each land. This is the Harry Potter land. This is one of the most impressive, I think, of the portals. This is the Universal Classic Monsters. That's going to be a windmill, I believe. The restaurant, from what I understand, is called the Burning Blade. And it's going to have a windmill that turns slowly that apparently is going to be on fire. That's going to be incredible. Just the detail. Every time an update's done, there's more and more and more things placed. This is the Curse of the Werewolf roller coaster here, which is supposed to be a Mock Rides spinning roller coaster, queuing pathways. This looks like it's going to be extended queuing here for the Universal Classic Monsters ride, a possible fountain there. Decorations. I mean, even look at the wall, the rock work they're doing on the wall here. This is probably going to be one of the main entryways as you go into the attraction here, I'm guessing. Again, we're going to start knowing more in a few next couple months. My guess is, and there's a lot of rumors where they're saying that the old Legacy store at Universal Studios Orlando is going to be the new preview center for Epic Universe, which would make sense because we're kind of at that point now where we're about a year away from opening, and to get people excited, that's probably what they're going to do. And there went the name of the ride. But I mean, you can see how big this freaking ride is. I mean, there's the entryway. This is that's all show building. You know, that is gigantic. Again, this is all, and these are some of the trademarks and patents that they've been showing too. They're thinking that this thing may have a walking animatronic of Frankenstein You know, I mean, it's just, Universal's just straight up getting it, man. I geek out on this stuff because this is this is way more advanced than what I got into, but this is like how I did in architecture and design and stuff. Like, these are the early plans and stuff. It's pretty cool. But they're thinking too that this could also be a Phantom of the Opera animatronic that plays the organ. Either way, it's gonna be badass. And just, this is gonna be a land like no other. Nobody else has anything like this, you know. So it's brilliant for Universal to do this. And even here, like the rock work looks like it's collapsed. It's just cool. And this entry portal is just stunning. I can't wait to see that at night. This over here now, this is the How to Train Your Dragon land. This thing here is absolutely detailed beyond belief. You can see all the mesh work in for the rock work that's going to be placed. And the thing is by the time this is updated or uploaded, things have already progressed even further. You know, like just, this was uploaded yesterday or the day before. And like I said, just going out there today, they had the dome on top of the hotel. And that's not on this update here. This is going to be for the dragon ride. It's like a... I forget how they're called, like a dragon spinner ride. Restaurants are starting to get names. Like I said, all the credit right here. This is who's taking all these photos right here. This is all from BioReconstruct. Again, this is not my work. I'm just merely commenting on this stuff. And like the level of details going in on these shops and everything is wild. You could see too, like even the coaster track is getting the netting in, which you can tell that anywhere you see this, there's going to be guest pathways right below it. What else amazes me is like how they know where everything goes. I mean, just, it's like a bunch of metal. It was like when they built Volcano Bay, when they put that volcano together, it was like, how do they know where everything goes? It's just look at that. It's incredible that they can even sort that out. This is what we could see in my videos right here, the top of this thing. That's what they think is called a restaurant called Mead Hall. And then there's the exterior. You can see the meshwork in place where it looks like it has the Vikings and all that ready to be have the rock work put over it and painted. This is going to be a slow-moving water ride, similar to like the one at Legoland, Florida, where you have your water cannons and that you can both shoot at each other boats, at people standing on ledges and that, and also at interactive targets. And right here, the entrance to the Wizarding World. Certain areas you stand outside of the park, you can see the portal entry, the wand. I couldn't see that today, but this right here. Universal has managed to take these Wizarding World lands and just make them into something that is literally like stepping into the movie. So with what they're going to do with this one, I can't wait to see it. But all of this here, this is all what they call forced perspective. So it's going to give the land depth, and it's going to look bigger than what it even is by just the way this stuff is designed. It's designed for your eyes to catch. So if you're standing here and you look up that way, it's going to give you the illusion that you're looking at something far, far away. Kind of how the Eiffel Tower is done at Epcot in the France Pavilion. And there's possibly the name of the attraction. And it's going to be like, this is all guesstimations and animations, but it's supposedly going to look just like this. And then here we have Super Nintendo Land. And that we could see a little bit today. And see, there's Mount Beanpole. So actually that's been done in the last day or two, because that had the flag on top of it when we saw it today. And this is the slow-moving Yoshi ride, which is like a people mover style ride. You can see these are the water dummies that they put in there to test. basically to simulate two people in there, and then they'll run it through its courses and all that. It has to do tons and tons of testing. I would say that the roller coasters in that aren't that far off from being tested, because they're doing all this stuff now. I'm anxious to see this. This is going to be pretty cool. They have one of these at the Japan location, in Super Nintendo World there. And this, I'm very excited that we're getting a Donkey Kong / land extension / roller coaster. The roller coasters, they think, is going to be called Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, which is, you can see the track. It's actually, that's a fake track, and the real track is underneath. Right here is the real track. This is, it's going to give the illusion like the mine carts you're riding in are going to be jumping over the broken track. It's on another level. And see right here, this is what I was talking about. When they did this, that top dome wasn't there yet. And this is all waterproofing right here. So whenever, I'm going to guess this was just a couple days ago when these were taken, because this was uploaded literally yesterday, because I watched it yesterday. Let's see, there's no dome there. And so when I was out there today, there was a full dome structure there. So they clearly are moving at an insane rate. And I believe they were using this to support that while everything was bolted in place and the dome was secured. But this is supposedly all going to be a restaurant. And then right here, this is the Constellation Carousel. This is one of the panels I guess the stained glass, or a makeshift panel. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I can't wait to see that carousel. This right here is all water feature. This park is going to be largely water feature. So if you're somebody like me that loves water features, you're in for a treat. And then right here is where we were at today. Basically, I was right outside. Right outside there, you can tell this was all done today. All of this, that there were no spots that weren't filled in. So this has all been done in the last couple days, and that we saw that today. That piece is kind of more filled in. But we went right past this road right here. Yep, right where we drove down, right through here, because I kind of pulled off to try to see everything over that way. And they think that this is going to be extended parking or bus loops, bus drop-offs. It's amazing, though, when you look at something from the aerial view versus being on the ground level. That's why I cannot wait to see Epic Universe from the ground level, because it's all going to look so different than what you think it appears to be in the top view. This right here is going to be the elevated roundabout right here. And then there's everything right there. And credit again to BioReconstruct. Let me back this up just a little bit. Look at all that power station right there. Right up here. Let me stop it. So this is the Kirkman extension, as they're calling it. This is the road I was traveling on and where I had parked on to take some of my photos. We actually went past this. They had a couple cops sitting here. Obviously, they don't want anybody in there because this is construction zones. Back here's apartments. Not sure how you get into those. But right here, I was on this side over here taking all my photos and videos, and this is the new extender road. And you can see right here, these are all the pilings that are going in place. This is going to support an elevated structure. There's going to be one giant elevated circle. There's all of the foundations. And again, it's going to be for Epic Universe traffic only, which is going to be great. It's going to keep all of the daily traffic away from the parks, and then keep the park traffic away from the daily traffic. It's brilliant. But this has to be done by next year at this time, which is why they're moving insanely fast on this. So yeah, you can see the circle laid out right there, and then where it's going to connect. And this shot right here, these are the two new hotels I was talking about. Again, this is the main access road that we drove past. And as I made the comment, I can't wait to drive down that, because again, that's going to take you to Epic Universe right here, and it's going to come this way, and then you're going to go into that giant traffic circle right here, and then go every which way. I believe this way here will take you back to Universal, and then this way here obviously will take you to New Epic Universe. Whether or not it's going to be a surface parking or a giant parking garage is yet to be seen. I'm kind of curious how they're going to do that. But I would imagine, see, they have a lot more space here than they have over by where Universal Orlando is. So I'm guessing, at least right now, it's going to be surface parking because there aren't any indicators that they're going to be building a garage, at least right now. But these are the two new hotels, I believe Stella Nova and Terra Luna, or the other way, one of the. But that's the hotels right there. Those are actually, you can look them up on the Lowe's Hotel website. They are taking bookings for next year right about this time, so everybody's kind of guessing that that's going to be the time Epic Universe is going to be opening for the general public. My guess is by Christmas of this year, maybe they're going to be in a position to where we could maybe start doing like some hub walkthroughs or some pass holder previews, maybe. Again, going out on a limb with this. But I would say that at least by Christmas next year, they're going to have these hotels open for media preview. So anybody that's got, YouTube channels, Instagram, whatever it may be, and gets on Universal's media list is going to get a shot probably at staying one of these or the Grand Helios, or even, getting an invite to come into the park, which would be stunning. So yeah, right down here, you can't see it, but the roadway I was on, Universal Boulevard, is right down here. So I was taking a lot of my photos from right down in this corner going this way. So this is the front entrance here. Well, actually, kind of the front / the back. You can see the pool here. And then there's the pool here. Imagine the parking lot there. So the pools are going to be facing Universal Boulevard. And parking going to be on the other side, if I'm reading this correctly. But like I said, just as how fast they're working, this was all filled in when I came out there today to check on this. I was down here. We were facing this corner right here. They were doing some work on these windows. And, of course, that's why I pointed out these apartments right here. Three and a half years ago, this was nothing but a dirt field. That's all it was. And now they're going to be sitting right next door to one of the greatest world-class theme parks in the world. It's going to be incredible. Also, I got on Lowe's website is a preview of what the rooms possibly are going to look like here. They're very cool looking. They're very space-themed. Like I said, it fits perfectly with the whole Epic Universe theme. One more thing before we wrap this up and upload it. This is the main entryway to Epic Universe, and this is the main entry portal area into the theme park, which this has come a long way already, too, because this was all full of its form wood and all that last week as it was holding the concrete as it formed up. But yeah, the front entryway is I would say 50-60% done. It kind of reminds me a lot of Islands of Adventure, the way it's kind of designed, like right in through here. Kind of a combination of the Universal Studios Arches meets Islands of Adventure. This is all water features. This park's going to be gorgeous. Completely gorgeous. Main Street Fire Rescue out of service. I'll see you.